All right, let's talk about Tai Chi. You've probably seen it, those slow, graceful movements in the park. But it's way more than that. Doctors are actually prescribing it now, and it's backed by some really serious science. So what's the real story? Let's dive in and find out.
So what is it really? When you see Tai Chi, what are you looking at? Is it some ancient, secret martial art? Or is it just, some gentle exercise for older folks? Well, it actually has roots in combat, but today it's taught almost exclusively for health. Our job today is to separate the hard facts from the fiction.
Okay, so first things first. Let's clear the air. We've got to bust some myths. We're going to put the popular legends right up against the cold, hard lab results and see what's what.
Okay, this is a really big one. A lot of people think you have to totally buy into the whole spiritual side of things. Concepts like Qi or yin and yang for Tai Chi to even have an effect. But is that actually what the science shows? And here's the thing. The clinical trials, they don't measure Qi. They can't, right? What they do measure are things like your balance, your pain levels, your stress. And they find real, tangible benefits whether you're looking for spiritual enlightenment or you just want a really focused workout. Basically, the mindfulness and the physical movement, that's what gives you the biological benefit. No special belief system required.
All right, next myth. The idea that Tai Chi is just, too easy. I mean, it looks so slow, right? How could something that seems so gentle actually be a decent workout?
But here's the secret, and this is really the key. That slowness, that is the workout. It's a feature, not a bug, Trying to move that slowly with perfect control, it is incredibly demanding. It lights up your core and builds that deep, functional strength and stability. The kind of stuff that actually prevents injuries and keeps you solid on your feet.
We live in a quick fix world, right? We want results, and we want them yesterday. So it's pretty easy to assume that with Tai Chi, you'll feel some huge change after just a week or two. But is that really how it works?
The truth? Tai Chi is a long game. Look, you might feel a bit calmer or more relaxed right away, and that's great. But those clinical benefits, the stuff scientists can actually measure, like better balance or less pain, that takes consistency. The research is pretty clear. The sweet spot is around 8 to 16 weeks of steady practice. That's when you start seeing those really significant changes.
All right, so we've busted some myths. Now let's get to the good stuff, the core evidence. What does the strongest science, and I'm talking about the big, heavy-hitting clinical trials and meta-analyses, what does it actually say about the benefits of Tai Chi? Okay, if there is one area where the evidence for Tai Chi is absolutely rock solid, it is this right here. A huge Cochrane review, and that's pretty much the gold standard in medical evidence, found that Tai Chi slashes the rate of falls in older adults by about 20%. Now that is a massive, life-changing impact. And check this out. It's not just a case of better than sitting on the couch. When you look at high-quality trials that put therapeutic Tai Chi head-to-head against something like basic stretching, the results are just crystal clear. The Tai Chi group sees a way, way lower rate of falls. It's not even close.
All right, let's switch gears and talk about pain. For a long, long time, physical therapy has been the absolute go-to for knee arthritis if you're trying to avoid surgery. But then a really big, well-designed clinical trial came along and reached this powerful conclusion. And honestly, this is a total game changer.
So let's break that down for a second. What did they find? Well, both groups, the Tai Chi group and the standard physical therapy group, saw significant improvements in their main problems, pain and physical function. But, and this is the kicker, the Tai Chi group also reported bigger improvements in things like depression and overall quality of life. And get this, no serious side effects were reported in either group. Pretty amazing. Okay, so if we boil all this research down, what are the top-tier evidence-backed benefits? Well, the strongest evidence really lands in these 4 key areas. Number 1, without a doubt, is balance and fall prevention. Then you've got pain management, especially for things like arthritis and back pain. And rounding out the list are really solid benefits for improving your sleep quality and dialing down stress and anxiety.
So maybe you're interested. The science sounds pretty promising, right? But how do you actually get started? Let's dive into a practical, no-nonsense, evidence-based guide.
All right, this is super important. If you want to get the kind of benefits we've been talking about, the ones they see in the research, you need to think about the research-backed dose. This isn't about just trying it once or twice. The successful trials all followed a pretty specific recipe. 2 to 3 sessions a week, each one lasting about an hour, and crucially sticking with it for at least 3 to 4 months. That's the formula that gets you real results.
So, what are your first steps? Well, first, find a good, qualified instructor. This is absolutely key for learning the correct posture and technique safely. Then, just focus on the fundamentals. Seriously, master the basics, like how to stand tall and shift your weight without teetering over. You do not need to learn some crazy long, complex routine. A lot of the best evidence-based programs just use simple, short forms. And finally, consistency beats everything else, every single time.
Hey, a quick but really vital safety tip here. Tai Chi is very low risk, but that doesn't mean it's no risk. The #1 rule is to protect your knees. If you feel any kind of pain, just don't go as deep into the stance. It's that simple. Always, always listen to your body. Never, ever push through pain.
Okay, so we've looked at the myths, we've dug into the evidence, we've talked about the practical steps. What's the big picture here? What's the realistic takeaway from all this?
Here's the bottom line. Tai Chi is not some miracle cure-all. It's just not. But what it is a remarkably versatile and gentle tool that's backed by some really solid science. It's something that can help with physical things, like your balance and pain, while at the same time helping your mental well-being, like stress and sleep. It's a genuine mind-body practice, but with modern, totally measurable benefits.
So, let's leave you with this final thought. In a world that's just obsessed with going faster and faster, maybe, just maybe, one of the best solutions for our modern health problems, from falls to stress, is to actually slow down. The evidence really suggests that this ancient practice might be more relevant right now than it's ever been. Thanks for joining us.